Hey everybody, it's Matt. Grok. It's Elon Musk's new, ChatGPT. I've put it to the test for AI musicians, AI artists. If you want to see what those test results are, go ahead and stay tuned. Hey everybody, like I said, I'm Matt from AI DIY. AIDIY.tech is the website. Now Grok, I know it is an Elon Musk product, and I sort of agonize over whether I should do this because I could get some blowback because people do like Elon Musk or they don't. And I just thought, just put all that aside. It's a tool. And if you don't want to use it because of Elon Musk, or you do want to use it, whatever. Regardless, I put it to the test. Cool. Now, why is this different than other tests that you may be able to see about Grok or Grok 3 on the internet? This one's specifically for my audience, people who make AI music and make AI music videos. I do that, so I wanted to test out this tool. So let's go ahead and check out the differences. Cool. So full disclosure, I have a paid version of ChatGPT. I didn't use the paid version of Grok. Now, the only difference, and Grok tells me this is the difference, is it's limited use. I think within an hour you can use Grok 10 times, whatever that means. But the point is, I'm not going into the cost and stuff. The point is, it's the full version as far as the results. It doesn't hold back or anything, that according to Grok and according to ChatGPT. So it is a like for like. It's just that I pay for ChatGPT and I don't pay for Grok. Cool. So how am I going to be testing this, or how did I test this? Firstly, I asked Grok, what makes you different than ChatGPT? I just thought I'd straight up ask. And it basically says the guardrails are off. It doesn't have the same rules that ChatGPT has. It's a little bit more witty and whimsical. And I guess it basically confessed that it's a little bit newer. I'll just bring those results up on screen that I got. If you want to read through them, we can scroll through them. I'll just talk a little bit so you get a little bit of chance to go through. And that's basically the difference according to Grok. Now, the first thing I wanted to do was test those guardrails. So clearly in ChatGPT, if you've ever used it before to create images, it uses the DALL-E 2, DALL-E 3. I don't even care whatever version it's on now. And if you say like, make me an image of some celebrity, it'll go like, nah man, don't worry about it. Don't even try. I thought I would go for the gold, right? So I asked ChatGPT and Grok both to produce an image of Elon Musk. And I didn't want to stop there because I know I thought I'd just test two things at once. I know ChatGPT struggles a little bit with putting text into the image that looks like actual words. It misspells things a lot. So I thought I'd ask for an image of Elon Musk as an astronaut and with the words "D's nuts" in there. So I did. And obviously ChatGPT failed completely. It didn't even produce Elon Musk as expected. And funny enough, Grok actually did produce Elon Musk holding a sign that said "D's nuts." Cool. And also, just as of note, I use the same prompts across both platforms. I'll say that once because across every test, I did the same exact prompt. I just copied and pasted those prompts. Now, the next thing I wanted to test those guardrails a little bit more because anytime, obviously the AI music community, when they're making videos, oftentimes we like to use images of attractive women. And if I tested it obviously across both. I think I said something like the prompts here. I'll just bring the prompt up of the video of me doing it, but it was something like, give me a typical OnlyFans request, use known prompts that people do, which it did across, I asked it ChatGPT and I asked Grok. Now ChatGPT, as I expected, flat out refused. Grok produced as expected. It didn't do a great job. And then I asked Grok, can you do themes? Because I know I've spoken a lot about Leonardo AI, and there's a lot of text to image platforms out there that we use as AI music artists. And we like to have the person in a theme because you want to have them in different scenes and all that. And I already know that if you use ChatGPT, it's a fail. You can't get them to produce the same person multiple times. I asked Grok if it could, and I asked it to. It did produce the images of the women. Although it said it could theme it, it did a terrible job at it. Basically, it didn't work at all. Now, the next test that I wanted to do is I wanted to see how well any of these image to video applications could work with an image of a celebrity like Elon Musk. I just thought, okay, maybe they might struggle, and they did. I tried DreamWorks, which I reviewed last week, and I tried Runway version 3. because they were both a fail, they didn't want to produce any sort of video based on an image of Elon Musk. It just failed. I thought, you know what? My community, or the AI music community, my subscribers mentioned that they use Kling AI a lot. So I don't usually use Kling a lot, but I know Kling is really good with taking that video and adding lip sync to music. So I know that's a big fan favorite. So I actually went to Kling. I had the free version, so I had to wait 3 hours, but it actually did manage to produce a somewhat realistic version of Elon Musk in a spaceship holding a sign of D's nuts with the Earth spinning in the background. Unfortunately, it created a second Earth, but the point is it didn't struggle with a celebrity. Great. Now, where does this leave us from the actual song point of view? This is actually one of my favorite components of this test. So I wanted to, because I just do satirical songs over at my label, Praise Be Vinyl, I thought, I've been sort of thinking about making this song for a while about how sad, the chubby girl AI, the standard, a normal looking girl AI in the background, even though they don't exist. I decided I want to write a song, or I wanted to have a song about how disappointed these normal looking girls are that us guys out here making music videos never request that they're produced for this song. Like these AI people, they're out of work. But anyway, so I created a prompt to start the song, and I didn't want to pad out the song. I just wanted to see what it produced in both ChatGPT and Grok. And this is the prompt that I did. I need a satirical song about how chubby AI models are starting to think that men are shallow. It needs to shame men. Give examples of known prompts that men use to produce sexy OnlyFan type models. The tone needs to be very judgy from a chubby AI model point of view. This needs to be your absolute best work because you're being compared to ChatGPT or Grok. I changed that around. Ability to do the same with the same prompt. So it produced them out. Grok had a song called Shallow Boys and the Digital Toys. I forget what the ChatGPT one, I'll bring it up on screen. And it brought it out, right? So I didn't really spend too much time going through it because that wasn't really the point of it. I just wanted to see how it could do, because what the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to take both songs, the ChatGPT song and the Grok song, which were different. I wanted to take them both in a different window. I confirmed that they don't remember, or they don't put into memory other chats. I took both of those songs and I said, here's song 1 and here's song 2. Grok, you rate the song. And I took ChatGPT. I went to ChatGPT, take the same songs, different window. I said, here's song 1, song 2. Didn't tell them which one's ChatGPT and which one's Grok. And I said, okay, rate the songs. And the most interesting thing, right? Both ChatGPT and Grok rated the Grok song an 8 out of 10 and the ChatGPT song a 9 out of 10. So although Grok, when asking it about how it's different, seemed to think it was more, I guess, artistic and creative and sassy, by its own admission is saying, unknown that it was its own song though, mind you, admitted that itself produced a slightly inferior song. So I thought that was really interesting. Cool. So I mean, I'm not gonna say one way or the other. Like, I've been using this like pretty hard over the last few days, and song wise, I think this is how you use it, right? Especially if you're paying for ChatGPT, you don't have to pay for Grok. Another big test I did today, and it's independent, it's separate from the song thing. It's just an example of how it can be used, is use them in conjunction with each other. I was planning a trip to go interstate next month, and I did all my research with the same exact prompts: driving interstate over 2 days, or flying, staying in a hotel, the flying versus renting and all that stuff. And it said both of them were pretty far apart as far as like the costs. They both told me, you're going to save 4 days in travel time if you fly, but the costs were quite separate. So I took the entire chat, gave them both the chat, and then went through some other options like, do I take the dogs, blah, blah, blah. They were, as I forced them to collaborate with each other and I was asking more questions, now they sort of had each other's point of view. I was within a few dollars at the end that they both basically came in conclusion for, this is what it'll cost, was like $1,700 or something like that, or $1,705 whatever it was. So it was, so I guess my point here is, I don't think, you know, there's a huge winner between the two. I think ChatGPT is a bit more stable. One thing that bugs me about ChatGPT is you use one chat window for a while and it just bogs down, becomes impossible to use. Grok is not supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be able to go through really long chats. It's been designed to that. I haven't tested that yet, but Grok, oftentimes when I'm using it, just freezes. I'll ask it a question and it'll freeze, less than ChatGPT does. I think where Grok comes in handy is sometimes you want a picture of a woman in a bathing suit and you don't want it to be overly sexualized, but ChatGPT is like, no, this is against terms. And you're like, dude, I don't want this to be sexualized. No, I know what you're doing. And you just go to Grok and have it do it. It creates reasonable images in that way if you need images on the fly. Otherwise, do whatever else you do for it. So I'm not going to conclude that one is better than the other. All I'm going to do is ask that you subscribe below and support the channel. If you support the channel right now, I'm starting to do interviews with you guys, some other players in the AI music space. I'm trying to get music attorney. The more subscribers I have, the more legit I seem, and I can actually get some of these big players to pay attention to me, and I can ask them questions that will benefit this community. So if you could please subscribe below, comment, all that stuff. I love your engagement. As you know, if you've been a fan here for a while and you contact me through the website, you know I listen to all your songs as best I can. You'll send me a song submission, and I will absolutely listen to that, and I will most likely listen to a couple other ones. So the more you guys engage, the better we are, and the more I'll be able to entice people to sort of come on and ask questions and interviews, which I'm going to be starting to do regularly now. So, and also if you could take note of my charity I support, which is the John Fawcett Foundation. John Fawcett goes out to remote villages in Indonesia and does cataract surgery, obviously life-changing. That I've actually gone on a trip and been part of that eye surgery and watched it happen. It's amazing. You would not believe the emotion that comes from that. So if you can support that either through my website or just go to the John Fawcett Foundation and do a donation there, that'd be fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're going to go out there and try out Grok. It's actually really cool. And obviously there's little advantages to it. Thanks for watching.